Everyone, how are you? My name is Kimio Shimokin, and I am your go-to travel girl. And today we're gonna go over flights from Oklahoma City to Punta Cana for the Punta Cana spring break trip. So I've been getting a lot of questions about Punta Cana, booking the flights and things like that. So I wanted to take the time to create this video to kind of walk you through how to book your flight, and then also how to go ahead and upload it to Air Affordable. Okay, so you'll be flying out of OKC Airport, going to Punta Cana from the 24th through the 27th of March. So, a lot of people been asking me questions about, so should I fly out the day before? Should I fly out the day of? And I recommend that if you have a flight, if it's cheaper for you to fly out the day before, but you will still get there the next day, I would say more power to you, especially for my Oklahomians, or at least I think that's what y'all call yourselves. because because Oklahoma is not a large airport, okay? It's not a hub airport like Atlanta, Chicago, Charlotte, things like that. So because of that, a lot of the flights leaving out of Oklahoma are not the most desirable. Okay. And so when I was doing my research and things like that, that's something that I came across is that, Oklahoma doesn't have a lot of, great flight options. And it's really because it's not a major hub and it's also not a major airport in and of itself. So, um, I would say look at both, but I'm going to show you some flight options that have you arrive that day. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and press search. Okay. So this flight with American, let's see the details of this flight. You leave at 5 a.m. You get to Dallas at 7:18. You have a 1 hour and 15-minute layover there. And then in Miami, you have a 7 hour layover. So you won't get there until the evening, which is pretty late. Um, And so that's why, again, I tell people, you got to search for these flights. This was one of the best flights I found when I was doing my research. That was like the pricing was decent. Um, and so if this flight doesn't bother you, I would say go ahead and book it. Another alternative to booking the Oklahoma flights is to travel down to Dallas. When I was doing my research, Dallas is about 3 hours away from you guys, so it's not super far. So what I recommend is that you guys fly down to Dallas, and then from Dallas, or drive down to Dallas, and then from there you can take a more desirable flight. And if you want to see what Dallas pricing is looking like, the next video that I'm doing is for Dallas, Texas. But say, for instance, you really don't want to drive all the way down to Dallas. Maybe it's a really far drive from you. And so you're like, I'll just pay the extra and fly to Oklahoma. Then I would say, definitely book this flight. And then we're going to find the flight going back home. Okay, so this flight leaves at 2:42, gets you down to Oklahoma. Let's see the flight details. Okay. Oops. Okay. So you'll have a 1 hour and 25-minute layover in Charlotte, North Carolina, North Carolina, and you'll be home by 9:58 p.m., which I think is a lot better. So we're going to go ahead and select this flight option. And then Expedia always asks you, do you want to bundle like flight and hotel together? We're just going to say no thanks. Okay, perfect. So now we're at the screen that we need in order to provide these flights to Air Affordable. So this screen gives you all the details about the flight. What I typically like to do is show the flight details, especially for Air Affordable, because when I upload it to Air Affordable, I want them to have all the travel details so they don't have to like inbox me or send me an email saying, hey, you missed some details. Can you please clarify X, Y, and Z? So now that all of the tabs are open so I can see the flights, we're going to go ahead and book it. So I'm going to go ahead to these three dots over here. I'm going to click on print. So we're not going to print this out. We're going to save it as a PDF file. And I'm going to wait for the preview because I just want to ensure that all the details will be there. Okay, perfect. So, yep, all the details will be there. Okay, this is great. This is great. So, I'm going to save this. So now that I've saved that, we're going to go to Airfordable. So now with Airfordable, we're going to first put in the dates, the 24th through the 27th. And I'm just going to go up here and copy and paste this real quick, just so it makes it easier for me to put this info in. So you have the option between choosing every 2, 3, or 4 weeks. I'm going to go with every 2 weeks. So here's the cost of your fare, and then here's Airfordable service charge. So it's a very minimal service charge, bringing the grand total of your flight to be $684.90. So they do request an upfront payment of $283.73. So what you need to do is, just read over this information, make sure it's feasible for you. So you put that down payment on, and then you have every 2-week payments of $148.72, which isn't bad. Okay. So we're going to click Great and Continue. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead with the booking process. So we're going to click on Expedia because that's where we found it from. We're going to select flights and then upload these flights to them. And then we're going to press Next. And then we're going to put in the information about to and from. So you're flying from Oklahoma to Punta Cana, and this is a round trip flight. So the airport code for Oklahoma is OKC. The airport code for Punta Cana is PUJ. So we're going to press next. And they're going to ask, like, when are you going? We're going to press next. And then they're going to ask you, do you want to pay every 2, 3, or 4 weeks? I'm going to put, we're going to pay every 2 weeks. The information that you just got presented will pop back up. And then you're going to press accept. And then here's where you'll put your information in. So you'll put your first, middle, last name, gender, date of birth, and seating arrangements. If you are paying for additional travelers, you can put their information here as well. And then when it comes to card information, you can put your card information in, lock that right in, and keep it moving. And then once you fill out the card info, they will send you an email letting you know, your flights have been booked, all that good stuff. And you shouldn't have any issues from there. They send you reminders about your upcoming payments and etc. So everything should be running smoothly from here. Okay. So it's really that easy to book your flights from Oklahoma to Punta Cana using Airfordable. So if you guys have any questions, definitely send me an email and I would love to get back with you. Thank you so much and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.